All right, hello everybody. This is Jun Chan, and we're back on stream just for a quick one. I want to publish some of the work that I've been doing on stream for a while. So I started doing that with library. I haven't talked much actually. I mean, I've talked about Dunai on screen, but haven't talked so much about PureScript Dunai. And I realized that I did take it further than I thought. Actually, I was able to make the test compile and run. And so I was actually in the process of seeing whether I could make the test run and also see if there's other stuff in there that I could potentially open source, in there being on this computer. And I think it does compile now. Basically added this CI file. I had to install Big Integer as an NPM module independently, but now it builds, and I think it also has a batch. So yeah, so I think I want to try and follow this pattern and see whether we have other stuff, even if it's in progress, that we could be looking at open sourcing. So let's go and dig a little bit into things, but maybe before I do that, I should do my good old duplication ceremony. So let's do it. We have our log. Our log is a little bit all over the place, but we're not working on the prototype today. We are working on open sourcing. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And so what we did already is open source PureScript Dunai, and also with test and so on. So I think next I want to do PureScript Rhine, which, to be honest, I don't remember at all how far I got into that, but we'll figure it out. So PureScript Rhine, get some packages. Yeah, that's not really useful. So I'll start a README. ND is not a thing. So ND and PureScript Rhine. So let's do it the same. Pure work in progress. PureScript Rhine. I'm going, and you know what? I'm going to take what we have in the README here, and that's not the right one. And we need a title here, and that's going to be PureScript Rhine. And that's not the only thing we're going to want to copy. Yeah, this is Turian's Rhine. So let's Turian and Rhine, and there we go. That's the repo. And go Rhine. And we'll want to copy the GitHub folder. And well, I think we can keep it pretty much the same, but let's just test Spago install and Spago build here. So let's get into it. Volume. Yeah, so it's in libraries, PureScript Rhine, and right. I want to then Spago install, see what that does, and Spago build. Okay, lots of errors, but I think, why is it for? So I did start to actually do the conversion. The test is just an empty test, but so clock. Okay, so visibly schedule was underway. And yes, right. I think, well, first of all, there's some missing modules. So Leibniz, let's see. So I didn't add that to Spago, apparently. No, I didn't. And is it something extra there? No. Okay, so I'm not sure why not, but let's find, let's go to Pursuit and find find data.Leibniz, which I think I was using to try and replicate either associated data types or maybe type families. So let's just add Leibniz here and let's see whether that works. It could be that it's not a package that's in Spago, but let's try. Yeah, no, it is. And so if I build, now I still have the same number of errors, including import module data Leibniz not found. Even if I save, yeah. Why? Why would that be? Let's restart the PureScript IDE. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to open my Twitch dashboard just to have to have the stream manager here. So you're not finding this. Why not? Let's do Spago REPL. That's also not working. Supposedly Leibniz is in there. Leibniz is here. Just checking the if the spelling is correct, which it seems like it is. Yeah, that's supposed to be published in Bower. And so we hope that it's in this package.dal. But I suppose it should be, shouldn't it? Let's see. Do I have this? Do I have the error here? Yeah, I do. But hold on. Is that? No, there was 30 errors. Now there's only 28, and I think Leibniz is not part of it anymore. Okay, so that's all right, I think. And then control monad schedule. We were maybe trying to do that, but I suppose this maybe doesn't compile. Okay, now that's strange. Error. Oh, okay, yeah. If I don't have prelude, then that's a problem indeed. So let's Spago install and build. Okay. So I think it's just, yeah, it's just not building control monad schedule. It's missing control monad free. So I think that's in PureScript. Isn't that? Control monad schedule. What do you say? Prelude not found. It looks like my what is this? Run Terraform init. What does this have to do with anything? Okay, I'm a little bit confused here with what's going on with PureScript. Maybe because we don't have this as a top-level project. That could very well be the case. So let's open it as a top-level project. And then let's see what control monad schedule gives us. And it does the same error. Module prelude was not found. Output directory does not exist. There we go. All right. Yeah, so you must have been building at the root of share, I suppose. Yes, look at this. There's an output folder right there. So that's definitely not what we wanted. Okay. So now we're back on track, but we need a few other things like either, num, tuple nested. Okay, let's find those. So either is in, I suppose, PureScript either. Very well. Let's add this to our DAR file. Let's maybe also align it. There we go. Lightness, prelude, size support, and either. We want either. Fi, either. And what else? We want, yeah, so probably free, I think, is what we want. So let's have free. And let's see where that takes us. Install, build. Okay, better. Then effect timer, where is that from? Effect timer, PureScript.js timer, okay. Is there a spago install -s command? There isn't. So JS timers, JKL, as timers, and then data time duration. Datetime. I don't know how this was working before. And I'm missing a comma here. And we build. Okay, less errors and control 103 free trans. Must be in free T, I think. Free T. Spago build. Okay, num, probably num, but let's try it. Data.num. Numerics. Yeah, numerics. So LMN numerics and type data type list. What's that? Type data type list. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea where that comes from, but let's. Oh, numerics is not in the data set. Ah, that's not good. Let's see. Numerics. Okay, so we need to add numerics as an external package. Let's do that. Okay, that's going to need a big integer as well, which is exactly what we needed, right? In PureScript Junai. In the CI, big integer. Yeah. Okay, so that all makes sense. And right, so I suppose in Junai I must have had also numerics here, no? Yes, I have. There we go. And it would be something like this, I believe. And Spago install. Yep. And Spago build. And only 9 error messages. That's pretty good. Data analytics stream function async. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So was that direct? I think we're starting to be in the realm of things which There are more things, some of which are basically are in the PureScript Dunai module that I just created. So we need to make this depend on Dunai, and then Dunai depends itself on these guys. And then we point it to repo, and master is fine, and then we need to add Dunai to the list of dependency in here. And then we install. Hey, and now, oh, now only one error found. And that's this type. Okay, so let's see what that's supposed to be. It's in periodic, which is in clock. And yeah, type data type list. So I think this is just the Haskell file that I just copied in here, isn't it? It's not an empty type list, not. So yeah, that's where things start to be a bit more difficult with type level lists to describe clock types. And so I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just going to, what am I going to do? There's a bunch of things that don't compile from here, and I think probably I'm fine committing it without compiling as long as I explain where I'm at, I suppose. So let's maybe, so what do you say? Maybe back to Prelude not even being available here, which is nonsensical. But it could be because it simply periodic crashes the type checker because this module doesn't exist. Okay, let's just comment it out, see what Clever Build does. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually. Okay. So we get a little further. It's probably better to commit it that way with errors that actually make some sense. Yeah. Okay, so that's definitely ongoing. And then what do we say? To do, I mean, I'm not even clear about what remains to do, but duplicate subtick, what do we have here? Schedule. So I think it's mostly control manage schedule and FRP range schedule. Yeah, it's mostly where it's at. Okay, continue with porting control monad schedule and FRP line schedule. That's it. And then it will just show that it fails to build, which is the truth. So we're good with that. Do we have a Git repo here? We do. We do? No, we don't. That's, I mean, there's no .git. There is a .git. What? What's in there? And why doesn't it appear here? I think my VS Code setup has changed, and that must be for, I mean, it's clear because it has a blue bar now, but also it lost some settings. Yeah, preferences, and let's see, what I would want is to see hidden files. Git. That's the Explorer, right? side by side, exclude, block pattern for excluding file. Yeah, so no, I don't want that. I actually don't want this to be excluded. I want it to be seen. There we go. And those things is fine, I don't use them. Okay, and what? Git config. Okay, that is not what I was expecting here. So I did a git init, but I didn't add the remote. Sounds fine. Did I actually create a Rhine project or not yet? I did not, so let's do that. Script Rhine, and let's copy what we did for July. Ongoing attempt forwarding blah, except blah is this time Rhine. Okay, public blah create, and now we add we need to add things. Git add dot git commitments, and we can just be very lazy and copy paste what's there. We don't change the main name, we just add the remote and we git push origin. I think we need to say track or something, -u, and master. Okay, and there we go. So in theory, actions have been triggered, yes, and they're running and they will fail, and then we're happy. Cool. So that's another one of the projects that I wanted to publish. What else do we have? So Chronofall we do have, but let me make sure that we actually don't have pending changes that we haven't committed yet. No. And so I suppose even though this, okay, I'm a bit, yeah, no, I mean, we do have basic browser things here, don't we? They're there for tests mostly, but we do test a few things. Yeah, so I think that's all good, actually. We could publish the tests, I suppose. That would be pretty fancy. Like GitHub pages, but I think, yeah, at this point, I'd rather publish more things. So what do we have? Rhine. Okay, update monad. That's something that I think might be worth publishing. And there's a lot of experiments in there, but I think we can post them. And git init, and then we can Speckle build, and I have some tests. I did. Yeah, I have some of those tests. Yeah, so I think it should actually be maybe good enough to be used, except, unknown type free. Module control monad update free, control monad update dot free. That's this one. Yeah, that is not normally how one would sort this thing. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. Update, and then let's put free state T. Okay, and then we can rename this to free state T. Okay, but apparently, oh, right. How? Why don't I import free here? Weird. Okay, import control monad free. Was it not supposed to compile this thing? Okay, let's have a readme and start reading what we're finding here. Readme.md, but also let's open a dedicated VS Code window for this so that we can have the correct feedback. Source. Yeah, wikitignore should have output. I'm supposed to have it. Git status. I see. So we don't have grayed out. No, we do have grayed out things. It just takes forever. Okay. Okay. So README, pure script, update monad, experiments. The update monad. So I actually think I wrote a little something about that somewhere in maybe where was it? It was in the shared folder. Maybe workshop experiments. Maybe not. Yes, README. There we go. It's implementation of the update monad. Yeah, there we go. So what do we have? Update and update T. From this Haskell blog post. Then state. Update state. So I suppose I should maybe write those in control monad update and control monad update T. From this Haskell blog posts. Then this is control monad update state and control update on. It is right. Yeah, update. Well. Dot state and dot state T, and maybe we need to rewrite the test if we have tests for this. We do. Dot state T. Do the test pass? Yeah, plus there's a bunch of stuff. Maybe don't compile. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish with this. That comes from tuple, nested tuple, tuple nested. And then what do we need? We need tuple as well, so we get import tuple. And then what else? We need action. And action. Is it its own thing? I think it might be its own thing. Datamanoid action. Yes, it is. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And still not good. We need monad update. Monad update is from control monad update. That's exported from here, right? Yes. So we import control monad update. And then apparently we're missing some modify function. Where is that supposed to come from? no idea. Date. So let's get these guys free of warnings. Done, and then modify. Okay, modify. That comes from that state. Okay. Except. Yeah, it just comes from that state, and there's nothing else to do. So let's just do it. Boom. And then monoid. And then how come state is not... right. Hold on. Oh, I defined state here. So... okay. So this is me trying to implement the state monad as a free monad. So therefore... Well, therefore I can't import monad state. And we could say this is unfinished. Right? So let's annotate this. So attempt to write the update. Is this really update state that I'm trying to write here? Yeah, this so I think I started by trying to write a state monad in a free monad way. And try to find the base functor for that, which I think is this. And then I think I got lost trying to see what that means to then create a monad update instance for that. I think my goal was to try and write the update monad as also a free monad and see whether there was any compositionality with the base functor for statef. But I didn't get there, and I think all of this is pretty much nonsense otherwise. So I'm trying to write the update monad as a free monad by learning how to by looking at how to build the state monad from a base functor statef. Didn't go anywhere yet. So let's say we don't need that, split of free, and that's the encoding. And then whatever. Then I think at this point we just don't know how to make this work, which is fine. And then I think I delete all that. I mean, I think so. There's another. Did I move this into test, the whole, because this is another encoding with like S2S and S2A instead of S2K and S nested or paired with K. So there is another encoding for this, but let's look at, let's look at our test. This really only tests the state monad itself. So there's an argument, the update monad itself. There's an argument that we only want to keep the update monad code here, and we want to move the rest into an update monad free module. because then I also do a further experiment with using PureScript run here. So yeah, so I think that's probably the right approach here. So let's do that. Let's cp -r PureScript update monad to PureScript update monad free. Oh, Count Owen, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, good morning to you. Here it's the afternoon, and I'm actually streaming today from Madrid in Spain. It's good to see you. How's life? Okay. So now we have 2 projects, and we're going to strip the this one of the experiment. So we keep update and update T, but I think it means we remove. Maybe we don't remove completely all the other ones, because I think we need. Yeah, we need control monad update state T here for some reason. Update state T. And update state, actually. That's just me, I think, doing tests with the different monads to make sure that they all work. So I could also move those. Yeah, they all have slightly different way to be ran at the top. And I think some of the reason for that is that this was prompted, I think, by the by Chris Penner's article, which was saying that using this approach, which uses a monoid to calculate state, would mean that we'd accumulate a state. ¿Cómo estás? Está muy bien también. Gracias, Cantor. ¿Por qué hablas español? Yo hablo porque le he aprendido a la escuela, pero no soy, mi español es muy malo. So let's see. Yeah, so the fact that the regular update monad is not performant, and that we need an update monad with we use an update state monad that is an instance of the update monad, but also uses state under the hood to make the computation more efficient. I think we want to keep that as a pattern. But let's take a look here. So update has update state. So I define update state in here, and so update state is all good, and I use this, I believe, here as well. Yeah, here as update and update state. That's one thing. But then the question is, what is in state here? And right now the answer is nothing in there. But clearly that's the place where we would want to put update state. So why don't we do that? Yeah, you know what? Now I'm starting to regret my my hierarchy here. I'm not sure that it's update.state. I think it really is update state, and it's its own thing. Okay, no worries. Let's do it. Let's move it, and let's do the same with state T. And update free, we shall just delete, because that we will keep in update monad free. And that whole business of freeco free, will also move that away. State though, what is state is update state, so that we shall rename, not delete, rename to update state. and state T will be update state T. What languages do I speak? I speak French is my mother tongue, and English was the language I learned first at school, and then I took Spanish as a second language. So, but never really got to practice much. So my Spanish is not very good. I like a lot of practice. But like everything, you know, the more I stay in a Spanish-speaking environment, the more my ear gets better, and then speaking follows. But I'm only staying a couple of weeks here, so I don't think that I will see a lot of difference. Probably a little bit of difference, but not a lot of difference. Okay, so update state. That's fine. And then I think we just delete all of that, because now I think everything is in update, and we just need that. I'll take a little bit of that that documentation, but I think this is basically it. And then in update, well, everything is green actually, but except now here I need to import. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's called update state, and so update and update state needs to be called from update state, I believe. Right, no, okay. So there's update and there's update state, and let's see. Right, update. This has update. And things like audit update, blah, 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 but maybe not. Does it have get state and protection? Probably not, right? These are from update state, right? Get state and protection, yeah. As well as run update state, which makes sense. So let's continue changing that. So get state and protection, and run updates and run update state. Okay. So here we remove run update and remove all things except update state. And I think I got this right. Let's test. Let's build first. Right, yeah, I'm not in the right place. Update, monad. How about you, Kantoran? What language do you speak apart from the Nix expression language, which we both like? I haven't written Nix expression language in a while, actually, to be honest. I feel like my Nix chops are diminishing. Right now I'm using a Mac since I'm remote streaming. I'm not at my house, so I'm not using my NixOS machine that I built after you advised me to consider it. So I think I'm losing my Nix chops. Okay, cannot import value get state from control menu update state. Okay, I thought this has get state, but it's in the instance. It's in the monad. It's in the monad update instance. So right. So I don't even import monad updates, but basically these guys go back to here. Am I right? I am right. That's good. And tests also work. Okay, so I think we have a publishable library, which is a little bit impressive. But yeah. So what is that? I think it has a lot of comments that don't mean much. Oh, the monoid action thing, I built it. Oh, so that's possibly that also deserves to be in its own library. Let's see. Monoid action, data.monoid action. No, there's no that. Okay. So you know what? For another library, why not? Let's do it the commit way. And let's see, p minus r, pure script, update. Let's have tons of, the met way is let's have tons of libraries. But I mean, that's at least how I suppose I interpret it. Monoid action. And how will we test the monoid action? You didn't get to do match Nix also. Moving to a new house, trying to do Scala. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, you know, to be honest, Scala is one of these languages where I'd like to like it, you know, I'd like to be curious about it and want to write some, but it's just, it reminds me too much of Java and the verbosity of it, and then this whole trait thing. I mean, I suppose I also drank the Kool-Aid of like the Haskell type classes being like the best thing ever, and that traits in Scala are just trying to approximate it, but that you can run into some really obscure cases. But the truth is, it's not even that justifies me not wanting to learn Scala. It's just that it just looks too much like Java. I was really excited about ETA, you know, the Haskell compiler that ran on the JVM, but unfortunately, after a lot of really impressive work, that project ran out of steam. But yeah, that's unfortunate. You want to go back to Nix on your Raspi? Yeah, set it as your router. Yeah, totally. I need a, how's it called already? Like one of these holes, like a Pi hole. But I suppose, why would you even, I think there's really not a lot of point of using Nix, or using Nix on Raspberry Pi for something like a Pi hole, because I suppose there's like just images lying around everywhere, and it's just so much simpler to just use that. Yeah. We're thinking about using VPS today. Oh, I don't know that. With NixOS running to be able, so I suppose it's a virtual private server, must be a hosting company then. Cross-compile things to be able to configure a couple of recipes if needed. Yeah. Just testing Scala, right? Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's my thought too. I think I would also take F# over it. And how about Haskell or PureScript? Have you done any lately? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I was creating a new library, because why not? And quantity, not quality. No, sorry, I didn't mean that. Control monad, let's delete that. And let's make a simple test for a monoid action. Let's see whether we can get this right. Monoid action. Test assert. Main effect unit, assert equal, actual. Okay, so give me a monoid action example. So it's just act, and we have act on maybe and on array. Okay, so, oh yeah, right, with this kind of instance chain thing, because we're doing some polymorphism of sorts that I'm not even sure I remember how it works, but maybe I will remember how it works now. So let's see. Act. Right. Let's get the class. So in theory, we would do something like have a monoid. Like let's say our array is a monoid, right? So we would act. We'll make a monoid act on another monoid. And so here we have an array acting on an array. Yeah, so we just do that, right? We just say we act, and it's just obviously simply concatenation. Okay, what am I doing here? There we go. Act 0, 1, 2, and we expect 0, 1, 2. Okay, let's try that. And Spago let's go back to PureScript monoid action. We probably need much less things, just monoid and maybe. So let's clean things up a bit here. Arrays as well. Assert we do. Console maybe. Effect yes. Free no. Generic swap no. Integers no. New type no. PSCI support probably. Run smash no. Transformer tuples. I think that's it. Do we need the prelude? I don't think so. Spago install. Maybe I need to remove the input. Let's remove Spago and remove the output, not the input. That's RF. PureScript, no Haskell there, no Haskell here. Started to the advent of Coder 2021 with Haskell but stopped in the middle. Ah, yes. 2020, yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm going to stop my stream in 9 minutes to attend the end of the Zurich Hack conference that's streaming. It's yeah, they've been doing it 2 editions now online. Actually, let me promote it because this is so Zurich Hack program, and actually yeah, there's a Discord for it, and Zurich Hack 2021. Yeah, Sandy Maguire, new kind of programming, tactic metaprogramming, and Sandy is a genius, and so it'd be really cool to see this. And yeah, they have a Discord and everything, and it's going to be starting soon. Yeah, they're probably going to announce it in a minute. Yeah. But okay, so I did that. Let's Spago install. Let's Spago build. Hey, I must have mistyped something. Where is that supposed to be? Test main. Yes, indeed. But where? Ah, here. Yeah. A non-type effect. I thought I'd left effect. Ah, yeah, import effect though. Import effect. No, not that. Build succeeded. Some warnings. Let's deal with the warnings. Where are the warnings? Test main. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, why don't you highlight those things here? Okay, we'll just do them. Act, and then prelude. Oh, prelude contains many unused things, and in fact, to be honest, we don't know what is being used. So let's build again. Okay. And then let's test, and it tests. It runs. So let's create that library. We're on a roll. We create lots of libraries. PureScript, monoid action, monoid actions. Maybe a README. There is a README. Monoid actions, and I suppose we want the build stuff. Cool, nice thing to do. Maybe I'll join you watching it. Yeah, that would be awesome. Do I have a link for the talks? So the talks, it's probably going to be on YouTube. So you can, let's see, I'll as soon as they post it in the Discord, I'll link it. But normally they push this into the Zurich Hack channel. So that would be in this channel. So let me put that in the chat if I find out how to do that. Yes, here it is. And right. Then, oh yeah, I was writing a README redaction. monoids acting on monoids in PureScript. So, sorry, I'm totally not following any convention on how to write documentation here, but I just want to get this out. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'd like to have the tests because tests are nice. But tests are nice, but they're not here. They are here. Ah, no, not here. Yeah. No here, no here, but here. Not cut, not cut. Copy. And we put one here. And we will paste. And something made a noise. I suppose. I must have been the announcement, and indeed it is on the YouTube channel. So that's the talk. It's going to start in a sec. That's the link to the actual talk. And it starts in 3 minutes, so I have time to publish my library, of course, because that's how things work. Okay, I have the badge. I go to my README, I put the badge, I say that it's monoid actions. Monoid actions. I push my remote. I add things. I commit my initial commit. I add my remote. And I push to master. And then we watch that batch. The batch doesn't link properly, but maybe that's because the action hasn't started yet. It's progress. We can have the badge by going here. Create status badge. And check that it's the same one. Monoid action, I called it. I see, that's what happened. Monoid action. Yeah, okay, monoid action. And it passes. And we have a new PureScript library online. Excellent. So now time to go to the conference. Thanks a lot for watching. This was a bit of a flurry of putting things online that we've worked on for the past 6 months, maybe more now, since I started streaming. So that's all good, and we'll see each other maybe on Tuesday. Have a good conference if you check out ZuriHack, and otherwise see you later. Bye-bye.